top of the chops, main event! And to help me with this one, I would like to invite someone to the ring, a very special guest. They are your special guest timekeeper for this event. The son of Keith Myatt, the brother of Ryan Meyer. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Scott Myatt!
There's a lot of legacy in this match. Why wouldn't we want a guest timekeeper?
The following Pro Wrestling PW4U Championship Match is scheduled for one fall and has stipulations of no disqualifications and no countouts. As such, we do ask, ladies and gentlemen, that you keep yourself safe in your seats, because we do not know where this is going to go, but knowing Ryan is probably not in the ring. Introducing to the ring.
Brutal stipulations of no countouts, no disqualifications, no holds barred. And, well, it's got to be tough for Scott Myatt to watch his brother and his father fighting. But I think he's going to be a hell of a timekeeper for us. I don't envy the ref, because this is going to be all over the place, like Dan Cherry says. There's your challenger. Stoke's own Keith Myatt. He's been wrestling for, and I know I take the mickey out of him a lot on cons, but he's legitimately been wrestling for nearly 40 years. This man is a legend of British wrestling, loved by every single human being in the locker room, respected by anyone who has ever gone through those ropes. Regardless of what you do in this business, you know Keith Myatt, you love Keith Myatt, you respect Keith Myatt, and the history of this man speaks for himself. And I am going to take the mickey from this point going on forward, but I just feel like Keith is one of the greatest of all time in British wrestling. He deserves the love, respect and adulation that he truly has here.
He is your current reigning Pro Wrestling PW4U Champion, main event Myatt.
So Ryan, or Main Event Myatt as he now calls himself, he tagged with his dad as the Myatt legacy, and for a long time they got on great. It was really good to see. You know, they met the rules, they broke the rules, but it was a joy to see a father and his son working together. But they had their issues, and well, Ryan disrespected his dad, treated his dad really badly, to the point where something had to give. And during that time, Ryan acquired the heavyweight championship belt of Pro Wrestling PW4U, and now it is father versus son for the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, the present Josie Brown Memorial Battle Royale winner, former Pro Wrestling PW4U heavyweight champion, former challenger for the European title in Germany, former challenger for the Ring of Honor world title, former challenger for the British light heavyweight title, and many titles won in over a 40-year career, Keith Myatt!
And Scott holds his dad's arm up. The accolades, they speak for themselves.
And his opponent, the 2021 Josie Brown Battle Memorial winner, for one whole year, the reigning, defending, undefeated Pro Wrestling PW4U champion, Ryan Myatt!
Ryan Meyer, not intimidated by his dad, in fact almost disrespecting his dad. Ryan Myatt, Main Event Myatt. He has been a dominating champion, and he has defended that belt on a number of occasions, but he has never faced family for that belt. It's Keith versus Ryan. It's the patriarch versus the champion. And if this isn't exactly the main event we need for our 12th anniversary show, I don't know what is. We've got the current reigning Pro Wrestling for You champion defending against his dad, a former champion. What's Ryan saying? Oh, well, we'll never know. Throws a line. Then here comes Keith with the rights and the left and a big forearm. Out goes Ryan into the front row. Keith Myatt is not mucking about. Palm strike to the chest. He's not pulling his punches against his kid. Throwing those chops. Uppercut for Ryan Meyer. And they are fighting by the merch. Fighting through our fans. And they can do what the hell they like. Bounces his head off the bar. They can do it because there's no disqualifications. They have to get the pinfall in the ring. But you can stay out here and fight for as long as you like. Ryan Myatt fighting back, but Keith's back here again. Oh, pokes him in the eye. That's a Keith Myatt classic. And into the pumps. All of these eye rakes and pokes. Keith Myatt known for that. But normally it's breaking the rules. It's not right here. Ryan Meyer into the chairs and a kick to the chin. Saw the impact of that kick. Raking the nose. Raking the eyes. There isn't a manoeuvre that Keith Myatt won't utilise. He doesn't care if it breaks the rules. And right now it doesn't matter if he breaks the rules because there aren't any. Dishing out the punishment to his own son. But it was Ryan who caused this. It was Ryan that disrespected his dad. And he is learning not to muck around with your own dad. And look at this eye rake. He learnt that from his dad. Referee Tony Barrett following these two around the Silverdale Working Men's Club. But he can't stop them doing anything. He can't tell them to get in the ring. Well, he can, but they can ignore him. And I think he knows they're going to ignore him. They're just going to brawl. And this is a bar fight. In a bar. Now, stinging jabs by Ryan Myatt to his dad. And that forearm. But here comes Keith. He's still fighting. The oldest swinger in town, as I've called him on many occasions. Doesn't mean those swings don't hurt, and that one I bet it did. A knee to the gut. Stops Keith in his tracks. And here comes Ryan. No. He lands face first after his dad uses the momentum against him. Normally at this point, you know, I'd be saying Keith's been around for 80 years, he's been wrestling for 200 years, but I'm just not. There's so much emotion in this match. Father versus son, and Keith, he is not holding back like I thought he might. And there's that hip toss, throws his own boy into the buckles. I didn't think Ryan was that biting his nose. Oh man, get off him! Mind you, that's legal, isn't it? I didn't think Ryan would hold anything back, but I thought that Keith might. But you can see that Keith, he's at his wit's end. He wants that belt as well. He's had a torrid time with his dad, with his son over the last few months, and it's fish up Tim. I love how the ref is just watching because there's no rules. There's no rules at all. Ryan Myatt throwing those stinging rights and a chop for his dad. Irish whip. Hard into the buckles goes Keith Myatt. And you know, the true number is over 40 years. Keith Myatt has been wrestling over 40 years. Regardless of how often I've taken the mickey out of his age, you can work out how old he is from the number of years he's had in the wrestling ring. He's not as young as he used to be, and his son is in the prime of his life. Can Keith Myatt do the impossible? Can Keith Myatt find a way to defeat his own son for the Pro Wrestling For You Heavyweight Championship? Off the ropes, but he gets a knee to the gut for his troubles. And he used the laces of his boots to rake them across Keith's face. Again, normally that's a rule break, but in this match, no, it's not. A choke. He choked him and pinned him. Interesting use of the rules here, or lack thereof. Keith Myatt struggles, but here comes his son with a body slam. And Ryan punishing Keith again with the boots across the face. Ryan Meyer, I keep calling him Ryan, main event Meyer. He's biting his dad, biting him in the face. The fans giving main event Meyer a hard time. And main event Myatt telling the fans to grow up, but all this distraction is giving Keith recuperation time, and here he comes. Strikes to the breadbasket from Keith. He's not done yet, but he gets his ear boxed by Ryan, and he's going to bite his dad's ear. He's biting his dad's ear. That's savagery. Savagery, that. Keith Myatt clutching at his ear. He's had his nose bitten, he's had his cheek bitten, he's had his ear bitten. You wouldn't think that these two were family. Keith Myatt, he's not done yet, but he is struggling to get back to his feet. There's the strikes to the breadbasket one more time. Off the ropes, here comes Keith. Discus forearm, takes him down. 1, 2. Kick out by Keith though. Keith, he wants to show his son that he is not over the hill, that he is not to be disrespected, and that he is worthy of being the Pro Wrestling Champion, the Pro Wrestling For You Champion one more time. But Ryan Meyer, everything on the line here. If he gets beaten by his dad, he's going to see that as a humiliation. That's a steel chair. Steel chair, as legal as a headlock, and he waffles his dad with it across the back. Nasty, nasty stuff. Who's capable of hurting their own dad like that? And he's not done. Another chair shot. If you look hard enough on the internet, you can find Keith Myatt in hardcore matches wielding flaming 2x4s. But that was years ago. And this is now, and he is getting waffled. Absolutely brutalised by his own son with a steel chair. Keith, how much has he got left to give? Because Ryan Meyer, his own son, is going to take it all. And there's more chair shots, more damage across the veteran's back. And whoa, Scott's come in the ring, and appealing to his brother to leave his dad alone. And oh no! Scott's not a wrestler. He hit his own brother. Scott's not in the match. That's just assault. He hit... How could you? How could you, Ryan Meyer? Oh, and that's just dirty. Absolutely dirty. And a low blow from Keith. Keith Myatt. Do you know what? The oldest swinger in town with the oldest trick in the book. Right to the pods. Can Keith Myatt actually do this? No steel chair for you, Ryan. No. No steel chair for you. Oh, good grief. The revenge from Keith. He's lamping his own son. Giving his son a hiding. Keith, can he do it? Can Keith win the Pro Wrestling for You Heavyweight Championship? Come on, Keith. I know I'm supposed to be unbiased, but come on, Keith. You've got to want to see this. Looking for the Stoke Cold Stunner. 1, 2. Whoa. Ryan kicked out of the Stoke Cold Stunner. I don't think I've ever seen anyone kick out of the Stoke Cold Stunner. Keith now loading those turnbuckles with that chair. He's still going. 40 years in the biz, and he's looking like he could beat his own kid for the Pro Wrestling for You Heavyweight Championship. Evil intent with that steel chair loaded, but no, Keith ends in it. Head first into the steel chair, and Ryan Meyer kick to the stomach. There's the Stoke Cold Stunner. 1, 2, 3. Main event Meyer is still your Pro Wrestling for You champion. He defeated his own father, a former champion. Call it what you will. Call it what you will. But that is a big win and a consolidation of his reign. I mean, his head stood to the back. He's not said a word to us. He just walked away. He didn't say anything to his dad. He didn't say a word. He just didn't shake his hand. He didn't show any respect. And what's Keith doing? Our roster here coming out and clapping this 40-year veteran. One of the nicest blokes backstage you'll ever meet. One of the most popular men in all of British wrestling. But he's unlacing his boots. What's he? Listen to the crowd. Listen to our roster. Listen to everybody's appreciation for this man and what he's given to Pro Wrestling for You and British wrestling as a whole. And he's took off his boots. And they're in the middle of the ring. Thank you, Keith. Absolutely. And he should be proud of that match. He should be proud of how close he was to regaining the Pro Wrestling for You Heavyweight Championship. But he's left his boots in the ring. I mean, maybe you can make an assumption from that, or I just think we should say, on behalf of Pro Wrestling for You and British wrestling as a whole, thank you to Keith Myatt for everything that he has done for British wrestling. What a trooper, what a veteran, what a man, what a hero, Keith Myatt. So thank you for joining us for Pro Wrestling for You's 12th anniversary show, Top of the Chops. That was your ring announcer, Daniel Terry. I've been Mark Adams. We've been Pro Wrestling for You. Thank you and good night.